Welcome back. This is Zach with Zero G Gaming, and I have been playing the hell out of this game. I just wanted to make this video. It's been taking me a while just to pull myself away from the game. I've been having a lot of fun. I just want to go over some of my likes, dislikes, first impressions. This is just my first footage from the game. I just kind of pulled together some of the more interesting parts, I guess. Like, it's kind of a boring game to watch, just because of the nature of the game, but I'm loving it so much. So I just want to jump right in. I happen to spawn on a great planet, Alpha G Prime. Oh yeah, definitely the best name out there for sure. The only problem really with the planet is it's really cold, but you just dig a hole, dig a hole, and you can refill that thermal meter. I don't know if that works on hot planets yet, because I've been playing for like 12 hours or so, and I haven't left this planet yet because it's a really good starter planet. There's a ton of gold you'll see through here. I find a boatload of it, and a lot of monoliths and stuff, and I'll put out more of the footage, I guess. I'm going to keep splicing through it and just try and put it out here so you have more to watch. If you haven't had the chance to play it yet, I definitely recommend trying it out. There's definitely issues with the game, maybe some frame rate issues that I have sometimes, some lag. What else was it? There's like pop-in and stuff. Most notably with like these large resource nodes, if you go and you mine them and they're all gone, and then you leave a little bit or just go a little farther away, they will render. So you'll be like, oh, there's another node I missed, and you go back there and it's gone, and it kind of just dissolves as you get close to it. That's a little annoying. But let's see. Hopefully this isn't like giving you a seizure here. I just wanted to speed it up. But as you can see, there's a ton of gold, and now that I'm a little bit further, it's not as valuable, but starting off it was great because I had all the stuff I need, and the sentinel drones weren't attacking me or anything. Gold. So far the game really has, it's delivered what I thought it was going to deliver. It is a little repetitive, and I haven't left the planet, so I'm sure there'll be more variation and whatnot. But just in like outposts and things that spawn, it's definitely pretty similar. Like the ships in my area, there's like 5 or 6, pretty much the same type of ship, and they have like differing guts, but the overall style is kind of the same, and it must vary from area to area, but I haven't traveled yet, so I'm not sure. And as you see right there, I missed that little atlas thing. I didn't even find it till way later, and then I didn't even realize what it was till after that. But I wanted to stay on this planet because I really want to get all my equipment kind of up, get a better ship, have a better multi-tool, all the tech and things like that. And I've been doing pretty good. And it's actually one thing it's not quite a complaint, but I can see how it's a little bit shallow right now. Like I've been playing for like 10-12 hours, and I'm already getting a lot of duplicate blueprints and things like that. So as time goes on, hopefully there's more blueprints added, more things added. And there's still a decent amount, but if you're in kind of a populated area like I am, you can pick them up pretty quick, and then it kind of takes away some of the reward for a lot of the things that you do, since you get rewarded that way. Right here I have no idea how to land, and it's also lagging pretty bad right there. Yeah, so this is still me trying to figure out the game and being stubborn and not looking at the controls, and just cannot figure it out. I'm also not the biggest fan of not being able to crash your ship, but I'm sure that's just kind of something that makes it easier on the game. It definitely makes it more casual because you don't have to ever worry about crashing into things, so you can just punch your afterburner and just go. So it's relaxing. Really sorry for how choppy it is right here. Checking those controls. But I've been mostly monolith hunting the last like 6 hours or so. I hack the I don't know, they're like an orange beacon, and you'll find them at pretty much any of the shelters and stuff. They're usually tucked away. And I use a bypass chip to go in and search for monoliths, and then I just go and look for them because I really like getting all the words, and the puzzles are fun. Even though I think it was like the first 8 in a row I got wrong just every time. And these things on the screen right here are cool too, where you just get these upgrades to your exosuit. So strongly recommend, if you see any of those drop pods, definitely go over to it because you want those upgrades for the space, since inventory space is really limited in this game, which is kind of annoying given that you have so many resources. But considering they did mention base building in the next update, hopefully, who knows, maybe we'll get some storage at like a bank or something. It's totally speculation. I'm not that worried about it. I'm enjoying the game for what it is right now, but that's definitely something I'm excited for, and I'm very interested to see what happens, and I'll try to bring you news on that as I see it. Right here, this was like my first plaque, and with the monoliths, it seems to be there's the plaques, which give you a word and some standing with that race, and then there's just the regular little word stone things, which just give you a word, and then there's ruins, which usually have like 2 words and then a little puzzle thing, which is usually just another word, and then there's monoliths, which typically have 3 to 4 words, and the actual puzzle, which can give you a reward and whatever. Sometimes it just heals you, but they're cool, they're fun. Apparently they have an impact on the story, but I think that might only be like Atlas ones. I'm not too familiar with that. And in here, I completely missed a little terminal station. If you ever come in to any of these buildings, there's a little computer right behind me, and you want to go on that because it's usually coordinates to a ship. You do the math pattern. They're usually pretty easy, and then they'll give you coordinates to a ship. So that's really useful if you're trying to upgrade. I think it goes based on your current ship and makes it just the tiniest bit better. Because the one I'm on now, I bought for like $1.5 million because I made $1 million really quick on this planet. And it's actually right around here. I stumbled on this area, and it's like a huge hub, which is great. But I really like just the vistas and the images and stuff. I didn't think I would care that much because usually I kind of just ignore it, but I don't know, flying around the planet, something about it is just, it's really fun, and it excites me because I know that right now it is still kind of limited. Like, there's a lot, but it's a noticeable variation, noticeable paths. But in time, who knows what they can do with this game, you know? And that was one thing that I really liked about this game, got me into the game, is it's a small team. They've made something technologically fascinating, in my opinion, and they really seem like they love the game. I mean, they've gone through a lot of shit to get this game out, you know, and just stupid lawsuits over the dumbest things. The formula thing might be a little bit bigger. I don't know the details on that, but I'm just glad the game's out, and it's just so easy to get lost in. I haven't had a game like this where I just lose time, you know. And I know it's kind of boring. My girlfriend hates watching because I'm just digging a hole, you know, digging. But, you know, you're gathering your resources and trying to get what you need to upgrade and do whatever you're doing. Like, the way I'm doing it, since I spawned on this really nice planet, I'm just trying to build up. But you might, you know, just get your ship and get out and try and get stuff. I like that you can take different approaches to the game, even though, again, it's not anything huge and all-encompassing or wicked detailed. It's definitely a game you have to kind of immerse yourself in it as well. Use a little imagination and get yourself more involved in it. At least for now. Who knows what the future will hold with this game? But I love it. Now here, these are the trading stations, and I kind of ignored them for the most part, aside from, you know, selling stuff and looking for ships. But just recently, a few hours ago, I just sat down for like a half an hour or so, and as the ships came in, I would go up to the ship and I would buy stuff from them, because you'd be surprised some of the elements you can get and the items that you might not be able to create yet, and you get a good influx of stuff, and it let me make some good upgrades to my multi-tool and whatnot, which I have been kind of holding off on, because there's one thing that's slightly annoying is when you get a multi-tool or a ship or anything like that, when you get a new one, you can't transfer those old upgrades to the new ship. You have to dismantle them and make them again. So I mean, it is what it is. It's not a huge deal, but it does kind of suck when you're saving up a lot of rare resources and you finally do this upgrade, and then 10 minutes later you find a better item. It's like, what a waste. So try not to go too crazy with your upgrades on multi-tools and stuff, at least in the beginning, until you have something that you're kind of comfortable with, or more specifically, you're in a situation where you're more comfortable with being able to get those resources so you can replace them if you do find something new. If you're kind of on a barren stretch of worlds, you might not want to be putting all your resources into these upgrades, because it's just going to be that much longer to fix them. I'm curious what the Atlas passes do. I'm sure plenty of you know. I haven't watched or done anything, and again, hopefully I'm not giving any of you a seizure here. I didn't know how to switch back to my mining laser. Again, me being stubborn and not looking at the instructions. So I'm literally mining this whole thing with the grenades, and it's a little painstaking, a little embarrassing. Now that I know, you just click X. For any of you who happen to somehow not know or look or Google or use your brain, you just click X and it swaps between the two. And I don't know, the weapons and the combat is really light in the game. You're not going to get into really intense fights. At least I haven't seen anything. But then again, my planet's pretty docile. There's just those stupid little spider crab things. And you can upgrade it in various ways. There's Ricochet, which I don't like because it makes drones attack you. And then there's like a shotgun blast and a railgun type thing. So there's different variations and whatnot. So it's nice. And being able to slowly upgrade it and find better ones is cool as rewards. So it's a nice mechanic. Hopefully it keeps getting fleshed out, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the resource harvesting and turning my resources into different things and making them. That might be a negative for some people, since it is kind of tedious. Like, I really had to speed this up just so we didn't just sit here the whole time just watching me harvest gold. But I also wanted to show just how much gold is on my starter planet. And this was just my first couple hours. So like I said, I'll keep updating and whatnot. But I'm blown away by this game. I really am. Even though, again, it's huge, but it's also small in a sense with those noticeable patterns. But I keep losing my train of thought on this. I'm a little disappointed with the whole multiplayer thing, though I guess it makes sense. How I'm sure you've heard by now that there's no multiplayer. Like, there was supposed to be, and then there wasn't, and now there isn't, but there might be, because he said that it might be a server thing, but then he came out and said that it's not multiplayer at all. So I don't really know where it stands with that. I'm not terribly destroyed if there is no multiplayer at all, though it would have been nice, especially since we were told it was going to be multiplayer. And really, all I want to do is break it, and not in a malicious kind of way or anything, but just in a curious science kind of way. Like, if there was multiplayer and you could see people, how many people could you get in one area before the game is just like, and it just explodes? So that's probably part of why they don't want to do the multiplayer either at the moment, especially with how popular the game is. Their servers would probably just literally melt. But I don't know any of that technical stuff. I'm hoping that it comes someday, but who knows. For now, I'm just really enjoying learning the languages, and I want to get out into the universe, but I'm so OCD. I love this planet. If you happen to see Alpha G Prime and the Alpha Nexus, a lot of gold, though if you happen to get out there, you probably don't need it as much. because now, like I said, as I'm getting a little bit further, you know, I made $1 million in a few hours, but it's tedious. So I've been doing other stuff, and you know, the next kind of step up in ships is towards like 15 million. So I haven't really been buckling down on that. I figure there's probably better ways to make money as I go out. So I'm getting ready to go. I'm just really enjoying finding the monoliths here, and I want to get some more Korvax knowledge because I'm really good standing with them. I've got a lot of their words, but I'll probably stay for a little while longer, fleshing out my multi-tool and stuff. Base building, I know I touched on it earlier, but I really can't wait. Even if it's tremendously basic, and you just put down, you know, one of those little pre-made huts somewhere, I'd be happy with that, especially if it had some storage and whatnot. But who knows? And again, another thing I touched on was kind of the growth of the game that really excites me. I am really excited to see where the team goes and what they do, because right now the little settlements and stuff are really predictable. They're pretty cut and paste, but all they have to do is every now and then they're just adding a couple things here, a couple things there, and it just goes into the variation pool and whatnot. So as the game grows, it just kind of organically adds, and you might not even notice unless you sit down and you're reading, you know, the patch notes and what's going in and what's changing. And that's something that really excites me about this game specifically, and how they chose to do it and how it's all panning out. But I've really just been rambling here. I probably didn't touch on anything specific that I wanted to. I'm really excited by this game, and I wanted to share it with you guys and show you my first little bit. I want to get your thoughts and feelings. Have you been playing? Do you like it? Are you getting it? Have you had any issues? Are you crashing on PC? This is on PC, by the way. I'll put that in the title. Because I'm thrilled. I got exactly what I paid for, in my opinion. I definitely can't make a review or anything right now, so anything I've said here, please take it with a grain of salt. I'm wholly ignorant on most of this stuff. As you can see, I'm still mining with my grenades because I don't know how to switch back. But I'm definitely looking forward to the future of this game, and just not even the future, just the present right now, and just going through. And my planet has a view of 2 other planets that are right next to each other, which I haven't, you know, that's like 10 hours in I found it, because I went to kind of towards the other side of the planet, and they just crested over the planet. And I mean, that's just such an amazing feeling. Like, what a time to be alive, to be playing games. And I mean, the world is fucking insane right now. I'm not going to get into that, but it's nice to be able to, you know, look at this. It's a universe-sized universe that we get to hop in and play, and, you know, we just complain about it, but being able to just do that it's so cool to me. I'm so excited, and it's not just this game. This technology has been developing, and it's coming out, and it's incredible. It's so incredible to me, and I'm very excited to see how this game does. I'm hoping that the positive outweighs the negative for people, because this company's gone through a lot of shit, but I really like the game. I really hope that the people who do love the game, that we love it enough, that we're supportive enough, that they decide to stay with it and keep being in love with that game that they've built. Because that's one of the most important things from a outsider's perspective, from what I've seen in games, is just, you know, that passion from the developers. If they really love what they've made, you know, it just tends to have that better feel, you know, as opposed to just trying to make a good game and get it out on time. You know, it's just, even if that game is good, it just has that feeling. But anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble. I'll definitely get more videos your way. And until next time, this is Zach.